Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about errors and how to debug those errors. This will make you a great programmer, y'all. So make sure you really understand how to debug your errors. So we're going to break them down to two types of errors. We have what is called a syntax error. It's also known as a compiler error for Java. The way I like to explain to my students is this is an error that pops up when you hit that compile button and it doesn't compile. So for example, if you get red squiggly underlines, or if you get something popping up that says semicolon expected, this is before you hit that compile button, or when you hit that compile button and it doesn't compile. Okay, that is a compiler or a syntax error. The other one is a runtime error. The way to remember this one is it's an error that occurs when you run your program. Typically, for Java programs, we have to first compile, and then if it successfully compiles, then we can run our program. So, for example, you don't understand this code because it's not been introduced yet, but bear with me. On the first line of code, when it says scanner KB is new scanner system.in, that's creating a scanner object. You'll learn all about them in a very short time from now. On the next line, we have a string name, kb.nextLine, and then on the very last line is something you should be familiar with, the printline command, and it says hello Charles. Now, what this code should be doing is it should be taking in the user name as an input. That's what the string name sign kb.nextLine is doing. But what's actually printing out is a hello Charles. So again, think of a runtime error as an error that occurs whenever you run your program. Whether it's unexpected output, your output's not matching, these are all runtime errors. Now let's talk about debugging. So already in this course, we've had problems in our code, you and me both. So debugging is something everyone has to do. In fact, you can bet your bottom dollar that if you're going to be programming at all, you're going to have to debug. This poster is something I found on Reddit, and it basically says the 5 stages of debugging. So at first, you want to deny that you have a bug. What? That's impossible. I know I'm right. Let me try clicking the run button again. Maybe the computer or something in the universe just wasn't working at that second. Maybe if I click run one more time, it'll work. And then you start bargaining and self-blaming yourself. You start getting, maybe fixing some errors. And then maybe it's just, you have more errors to go. And then you get angry. You're like, oh man, why won't this work? You might get a little depressed. And then you might finally accept and, I'll give it a go another time. My goal as a teacher is to make sure you never get depressed. Okay? I think it's okay to be a little angry, a little frustrated when you're programming. But you have to make sure and take care of yourself and take care of that frustration in good ways. Maybe sometimes you just need to take a step back and come to the problem again in the future. That's okay. Maybe you just need to take a walk around the classroom, take a walk outside, touch grass. That's okay as well. So again, remember, you're going to have to debug, but how you approach debugging will really determine your success. So why is it called debugging? Why is fixing errors called debugging? Well, the history of this term is with the Admiral Grace Hopper. She was a computer programmer, and back in the days when the computers were giant rooms of computer equipment, that was one computer. Well, their computer wasn't working, and they found out that there was actually a bug stuck in their computer system. So thus the term debugging caught on. Alright, thank you for watching this video. I hope you are encouraged in that even though you're making mistakes, that's part of the process of learning, and it is expected for you to make mistakes so that you can learn and get better And even now, even as a teacher, I still have to debug. Even professional programmers have to debug. Everyone has to debug. And if we can do it, so can you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.